All right, we are back and we are going to be going over eating out recommendations for today. So, this is a question I've gotten a lot from clients, from people, from family members, whatever. I want to be able to eat out. So, what can I do? And I just want to share that this is something that's important as well. For me, I preach balance. Being able to enjoy meals out with friends and family, I think, is a very, very important thing. I love doing it. So I want to be able to, share a couple different strategies that you can use or you don't have to use that could help negate some of the anxiety beforehand, depression after, et cetera, so that you can also enjoy. So first and foremost, kind of strategy one is just enjoying yourself, realizing that this is just one meal, and being okay with that. But also with this, you need to be able to, one, manage expectations. So if you're going to go off the rails and go crazy eating, do not be surprised if your weight goes up a few pounds the next morning. Now, I'll be the first to say, not all of that is going to be fat. And actually, an overwhelming majority is probably going to be water, glycogen, things like that. But if you do go crazy off the rails, you can gain some fat from one meal and just be okay with that. The thing that bugs me the most is when clients go crazy from a meal out or numerous meals out, and they come to me almost surprised or sad that they gain weight. It's kind of like, well, what did you expect? It's like, you were the one kind of being naive here. You knew what was going to happen. And again, I'm all for eating out, but manage expectations and be okay with whatever repercussions come from it, both positive and negative. And also, what helps with managing expectations, everyone looks at the bad, I gained weight, blah, blah, blah. But you also enjoyed time with friends and family and not having to stress about food. So, and that's a value as well. So always think about the other side of the coin too. Okay, so that's first one, is just kind of enjoying yourself and not stressing about it because it's one meal. And ideally, we have still a majority of our meals on point and on track. So now let's go into actual strategies if we're trying to stick to a set amount of calories or macros or improve our body composition and things like that. So the biggest one that I recommend is if you can look up the menu beforehand. Ideally, you go to these chain places that have, their macros on MyFitnessPal or on their website and things like that. And you pre-plan. So you look beforehand, you say, this is what I'm going to get. And then when you get to the restaurant, maybe you don't even open up the menu because you're going to find something that you probably want more so than the thing that fits your macros and aligns well with them. So that's probably the best strategy if you have that. Now, if the place isn't on MyFitnessPal or whatever macro tracking app, which a lot of places aren't, then I'm going to share a couple other strategies that you can do with this. So one would be almost similar to the going out for holiday meals and things like that, is banking extra calories. So I tell people, honestly, I would try to have at least 1,000 calories plus if you're going out. And if you're going to drink too, potentially even more. And again, this is for those that are trying to stay under a certain threshold of calories or macros and stuff like that, not for the people that just want to enjoy themselves. So please keep that in mind. So banking extra calories. And there's a lot of different ways that you can do that. So obviously you can do that kind of fasting or just eating lighter throughout the morning. Like let's just say you have a dinner out. So you just say, you know what? My goal is 2,000 calories. So I'm going to save like 1,000, 1,200 calories. So you just know I'm going to try to eat 800 calories up until that meal. And again, you can do that by just lowering calories down, whether it's portion size, skipping meals, skipping snacks, sticking with lean protein and veggies. So essentially just banking your protein and carbs for that last meal, for that meal out, since generally banking fats and carbohydrates. So eating protein and veggies throughout the day and saving fats and carbs, because generally that's what's going to be super duper high with these meals out, is going to be the carbs and fats. So banking all those macros for that meal, that's another, strategy that you can employ with this. And then I just also want to add another thing that can add up super duper quick, and that, in my opinion, probably isn't super satiating and might not be worth it for a lot of individuals there, is watching for things like super heavy dressings, oils, butters, and stuff like that. Generally, a lot of these restaurants are going to have options, and you might even be able to, ask, hey, what are they cooking this in? Any way we can use spray oil or things like that, because I don't think it takes away a lot from the flavor profile, but you can save a lot of calories. So just watch out for things like dressings, butters, oils. And then lastly, just eat slow, drink plenty of water. Space these things out. Be as present as you can. Try not to just scarf everything down 2 seconds. That's another one that can save you a good amount of calories, especially over the spans of weeks, months, and years. Again, at the end of the day, whatever you want to do is kind of on you. These are just strategies that I have put in place to help me so I can eat out more often. I personally love eating out. And like I said in the beginning of this, I think that's another important, valuable thing just through our lifetime. But at the end of the day, I do want to have a good balance of this because I also care about my health, well-being, my performance, and all these things as well too. And I have my own body composition goals that I want to stand by. So let me know what you think. What other strategies have you guys put in place to help when you go eat out so you don't feel guilty and you're still progressing towards your goals? And of course, like, comment, share, subscribe, blah, 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 blah. All right.